In 2011, the Masters made their debut at the CrossFit Games, and a decade later, they were nixed for a year because of COVID-19. But after the Masters Fitness Collective Championship in Fort Wayne, Indiana this past weekend, maybe that turns out to be a blessing in disguise, because this felt like the start of something new.
One, go!
Super high knowing that I made the games, and then just an incredible low, and it was like, oh yeah, you made it, but it got canceled.
I think I cried when I found out they canceled it, because it could be a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
I've wanted to go to the games since I first found out about CrossFit, maybe like 8 years ago, and I've been slowly working my way up.
I know a lot of people that put a lot of heart and effort into it, and their families really rally around them, so I was sad for those folks.
Pretty frustrated about that. I mean, you put in a year and a half trying to get to the top of your game.
Which for JODY CLEMENTS was supposed to mean a return trip to Madison for the first time since 2015. But in just a matter of weeks, the MFC emerged, becoming something of a de facto Masters CrossFit Games.
I think in life and in general, we needed some good news. We needed something to hang on to.
I had a serious mental meltdown, and I was like, I'm quitting this, and then this competition showed up, and it was kind of like the savior that pulled me out of the weeds.
Not to have your whole season thrown away and have something like this to get to compete next to Ron Ortiz, I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that.
Which was the common sentiment during the MFC's maiden voyage, and planted seeds of what the athletes hoped the Masters divisions could become.
I always joke around because we started in the back parking lot of the games. Being the fact that there's even an event that's focused on us is huge.
I think having an opportunity to do a competition that's just focused on Masters, or hopefully also just focus on teens and some of the youth division, I think that having competitions like that will be great. Giving an opportunity for the pros to be pros, the Masters to come out and be Masters and have their spotlight.
I feel like Masters is such a growing and evolving group, and there seems to be a really large passion for CrossFit going across all ages. I don't see why this couldn't be bigger and bigger every year.
So instead of no media coverage or being stuck as a sub-event in another facility, we're the highlight.
And an important one, the athletes feel, when it comes to spreading the message of fitness.
I mean, it's absolutely amazing. If you're watching these 55 plus people, what they're doing, it's mind-blowing.
CrossFit is lifelong, and even if people just start doing something, but people 65 plus can still do lots of skills.
And I'm telling the people I'm competing with, man, I still want to be competing when I'm 65. I still want to be going out there and showing my fitness at that age. So I'm inspired to keep doing this for another 20 years.
The ideas of where and how are interesting.
If we could join with like competitions that are very excellent, I mean excellently run, very well put together, and make it almost like a sanctionals for Masters. Masters athletes have disposable incomes in a lot of cases. If the availability of having the events is there, we'll take advantage of it.
This is like the next level for Masters competitions. We can really get ourselves out there and show what we can do. I mean, this is not a finale, it's literally a beginning.